Hello again. I am here today to just build another app with help of Claude. So we are going to build an app which is going to be available in Android and iOS. And technically, it's going to be some sort of financial app, which is going to provide a calendar. And in the calendar, so you can pick a date and you could just put, for example, your subscriptions there. And it will tell you, for example, how much do you pay in every month, which days on subscriptions. Let's say you have Netflix, you have Spotify, you have rent, you have some other expenses, recurring expenses, and it's going to basically visualizing it for you. So they are going to have like a category, all of these things, and at the end it's going to just show how much you spend every month or how much you have to pay for the rest of the month. If today, let's say, is 10th and you already paid a few of this subscription, how much you're going to pay after that. So let's build it together. From terminal, I'm going to go to Claude Code and let's see what we can do. Okay, what am I using here? I'm using 4.6, which is quite fine, to be honest. Okay, cool. I'm going to use skills called Grill Me. This is skills basically is going to ask you a lot of questions and interview you until you get to a proper, well, you can plan stuff. And I have got this one from here. So if you look at GitHub Matt, I think, yes, if I'm not mistaken, this is, I've got it from the skills repository from Matt Pocock. And yeah, if you want to get it, you can get it from here as well. So you can literally go here and have this command npx skills add latest add Matt Pocock /skills/ grill me, and you're gonna see it in action anyway, so don't worry about it too much at this stage. So we're gonna use grill me, and I'm also going to dictate, so I'm not gonna type anything. It's gonna be much faster to do all of these things. And in order to have the full experience, there will be no edit or anything. So it's going to be purely back and forth. We're going to have back and forth together, and we're going to build something that sorry, I was just saying we're going to have back and forth with AI, and we're going to get like to a proper solution hopefully at the end, and we're going to see the output at the end in our phone. So hopefully by then we can see some meaningful designs. I have not used any of my context or my usage, so hopefully we can get something by the end of it. Let's begin. So we're going to use grill me skills, and let me just explain to Claude what am I going to build. So I am going to build a app for Android and iOS, which is essentially something like a financial app. And in a nutshell, it's going to show the current month. So I want some sort of like a calendar view on a monthly basis. So it would be, for example, if we are in April, it's going to show the whole April. And then on the top, it's going to be weekdays. And then underneath, going to be like day of the month, first, second, third, and then how many is that? And users should be able to pick a date, add an expense or subscriptions. For example, on the 5th of April or 5th of May, whatever it is, they can say Spotify, and it's going to be, for example, £5 or £10. And then they're going to add Netflix. If they have rent, they can do it. And all of these expenses and subscriptions, they should have categories. So if they are entertainment, if they are like, for example, household expenses, whatever it is. But we should be able to add them. And also, let's say if we are in the middle of the month, it should say how much more you need to pay for the rest of the month and how much you have paid. For example, let's say I've paid already £300 and I need to pay another like £1,000 because my rent, council tax, and everything else is left. And it should give like some sort of a good view, an overview. Why, when I'm adding these expenses on a day of a month, it should also ask what is the frequency. Is it going to be monthly, or is it daily? Is it weekly? Is it bi-monthly? Is it annual payment? So whatever it is, so it should ask the subscription. I also want to have some sort of a configuration or settings which I can define a currency default. Let's put it GBP, but they should be able to put it, and also they should be able to choose a default subscription frequency. So default is monthly, but also if they want to change it, the default would be weekly or annual, then they can, they can do it as well. Okay, so let's begin. So whatever I said, basically all of them are here. And what framework do you want to build this in? Options: React Native, Flutter, and okay, and native. Okay, my recommendation, Flutter. This is the custom calendar grid you are describing is significantly easier to build in Flutter, and the UI will look identical and polished. Okay, I think I'm okay to go with the Flutter or Dart, but does it support Android and iOS? Technically, I don't know because I've only used React Native, so I don't know really if it's going to work or not. Yes, okay, good stuff. Question 2, what should expense subscription be stored? Oh, where? Okay, locally, local cloud, and local plus optional cloud. Okay, I'm actually going to have the local because at the end, I'm going to just put this app for everyone to be able to use it. And you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Let's store them locally for now. Okay. Okay, recurring expense logic. When a user add a monthly expense on, say, the 5th, how should the app handle future months? Auto-generate. It automatically appears on the 5th of every future month. Manual. Auto-generate with ability to skip or edit per occurrence. Yes, actually I like this one, but also I think I want to be able to put end month as well. So this mirror house subscription actually works. Spotify is always £10, but maybe your rent changes 1 month. So pure auto generate with no override will frustrate user quickly. Correct. Yes, I'm gonna go with your recommendation. However, once I set it, I want to be able to put end date as well. Let's say I want to have Spotify for 1 year and I don't want to continue. So I want to just be able to put 1 year. But also I want to be able, for example, to be able to edit or cancel whenever I want. So let's go with your recommendation, plus add ability for a user to put end date as well. Cool. That was a very good question, actually. I didn't think about it when I was explaining it, but I think that's just the beauty of these skills, asking a lot of questions to find out what we're going to do. So here, I'm actually going to just put this one a bit higher so you can see what is happening. Let's make it a bit bigger. Okay, cool. Next question is question 4, paid versus unpaid tracking. You mentioned showing how much you have paid versus how much left. How should an expense get marked as paid? Manual, user tap an expense to make it paid, automatic on a due date. Once the date pass, it assume paid. Manual with a default to unpaid, user confirm payment. Yes, I think I'll go with your recommendation. Manual, that would be the right things to do. In fact, when I was thinking about building this app, I thought if the date is passed, we should assume it's been paid. But I think it makes more sense. I like the recommendation here, to be honest. Okay, you mentioned categories like entertainment, household, etc. Should categories be fixed or fully custom? User create their own from scratch, predefined plus customizable. I think I want to go with the third one. Let's go with your recommendation, predefined. So let's put a few categories plus customizable. So they should be able to add new one or delete and something like that. And once they are adding all of these categories, I want to be able, to have some sort of predefined icons for each category. So then it will be easier from the user experience point of view, and maybe different colors and icons, something like that. Okay. So for example, if it's a entertainment could be blue, household could be red, and something else. Got it. Predefined category with icon colors. User can edit, add, edit, delete. Question 6, month navigation. On the calendar screen, how should the user move between months? Sweep left and right, top arrow, both. You know what? Let's go with the both. Why not? Let's go with the both. Okay, so let's see how many questions you're gonna ask. But I think the more question you ask, the clearer it get, and we can plan everything forward. Beyond the calendar screen, what screen do you envision? Options? Single screen calendar is the home. Everything add expense opens a model. Okay. Both tab bars, calendar summary. Uh, calendar summary. You know what? Let's go with your recommendation. I like it. Summary tab content. What should the summary tab shows? Why not? Let's have all of them. Okay, it's getting actually interesting. I was not thinking about adding like all of those functionality, but I'm okay. Adding an expense entry flow. When a user tab a date and a calendar to add an expense, what field should the add form include? You have mentioned name, amount, category, frequency, and date. Should it also include note, already paid, toggle? Um, you know what? I think yes. Sorry. I think yes. I want both of them actually. Um, yes, I think I'll go with your recommendation. Let's have both. Okay, so let's see. Question 10, app name. Do you have a name in mind for the app, or should I suggest one? My suggestion, Folio, short, clean, has financial connotations. Portfolio works well as an app icon vote. Let's go with that. Actually, I like it. Before I just, I was actually thinking, I don't know, probably we're gonna go with that. Why not? Um, I don't have any strong opinion, but I think it makes sense, to be honest, to go with that. Folio. I didn't, just I'm not bothered. I'll go with Folio. I like the recommendation for now. Financial portfolio, something like this. Question 11, calendar day sales design. On the calendar, when a day has expense, how should they be indicated? Dots, total amount, both, count, both colors, dot plus total amount. Well, I think colored dots would be good, but if you want to show total amount, maybe it would be too much and not easy to see it in small screens. So I want to be very careful, especially if a day has two payments. Let's say on the 5th of May, you have to pay 2 times. We have 2 subscription. It's going to be a bit difficult. I'm guessing we need to be a bit minimalist in this case. Smart call. Okay, good stuff. Question 12. What happens when you tap a day? When a user tap a day on a calendar, what should happen? Bottom sheet slides up. Full screen inline expenses. I think I'm gonna go with probably. I was thinking about full screen, but maybe that's not really. You know what? Let's go with the bottom sheet and let's see. I'll go with your recommendation. Setting screen. You mentioned currency and default frequency. Should setting also include week start day, Monday versus Sunday? That is very annoying when week start with Sunday. To be honest, I'm building the app, so I'm just thinking, you know what? Let's force it as Monday, but that's okay. Themes and data export. Let's go with that. Yes, sure. Let's go with all of them. Question 14, notification. Should an app remind user about upcoming expense? No notifications. Okay. I am not sure how easy, and I don't know like if I can test it here, the notification part. But okay, let's go with your recommendation. Let's be able to configure reminder, but also 0, 1, or 2 days before. I'd rather go 0, 1, 2 days before, 1 week before, something like this. I want to add 1 week as well. Okay, let's see. What is the next question? Onboarding. When a user opens an app for the first time, should there be a no onboarding, short onboarding, set of wizard? Yes, actually, pick currency, pick default frequency, then. I think just I'll go with your. Hmm. You know what? Okay, I'll go with your recommendation. Okay. Let's clear everything here. Okay. I think we are getting there, hopefully. Let's see how many more questions we're going to have. The reason that we're doing the planning is just that when we're going to build, everything is clear. So there will be less back and forth with AI and less problems. You mentioned bi-monthly as a frequency option. This term is ambiguous. It means twice a month, every 2 months. Which did you mean? I think what I meant was every 2 months. So I want the user to be able to choose as a frequency every, and then in a drop down it should be, let's say, every month, every week, every day, something like that. And if they have to choose twice a month, then they need to add 2 entries, something like that, I guess. I think I'll regret it if then, twice a month would be an option later, or we can update it later. To be honest, that's not a big deal. That's I just really want to get to the build part very quickly and see what we're gonna get. Okay, question 17, predefined categories. What default categories should ship with the app? My suggestions are, I'm good with the suggestions. I think it's all good. To be honest, we could just make it a bit smaller. For example, groceries, transport, get rid of them. That mobile subscriptions. So when I was thinking about building this app, it wasn't about all the expenses. It's just about all the subscriptions or recurring payment. I think, you know, that is very important to know it. So now I think it has everything, and it's going to write a solid plan. The problem is, I think, I'm in a dev directory. I want to create, a directory called folio, and then do that. So, okay. I want you to create a directory called folio as the name of the app. And then once you're there, I want you to change all of these, and then I'll tell you what to do next. So let's not do anything after that. Create a directory, and then let's, you know what, let's, there is a, I have one of this, I have one specific skills, which is I use, I forgot actually, what was it? Okay, I think I'm going to create a GitHub repository at the same time, and then I'm going to push everything there. So we're going to see the whole flow there. Okay, create a directory. Then let's create Git repository there as well, because then push it to the GitHub, and then I want to start from there. So let's not write any code, just create a directory and also the Git and plus repository, and let's just start from there. Because I have basically, I've connected my Claude Code to GH or GitHub CLI, so I can, it can be public. So it can just create repositories and do everything in a GitHub. So make, okay, you know what? Yes, let's do that. No problem with that. And I think the command, if I'm not mistaken, cd folio. Yes, we are here. Anything here? Probably nothing. And this command requires approval. You know what? Let's continue with that. Not a big deal. Make this video a bit small. Repo is alive. Okay, nothing we have here. Everything is empty. So, sure. I think now that I have the plan, I want to create PRD. So I think I have two PRD. So PRD is going to create product requirement document. So let's create PRD from the current conversation. So you can see it will create an issue here. That issue will have pretty much everything that we talk about in terms of the product point of view. So we are going to go through the full Okay, what does it say? The repo is empty, so nothing to explore. Here are the major module I will build. Let me check alignment. Deep module, complex logic. Okay. Occurrence engine, summary, database, layer, thinner modules. I think everything looks good, to be honest. Yes. What is it doing now? Let me just check. On the test return 4. Well, writing test. Let's basically write tests for everything. But then if I'm writing tests in this example, I mean, I highly recommend. I'm just worried that my I hit the limit. So let me just quickly check it. And if I say usage, let's see. I am already on 73% for today. So that was very quick, to be honest. I didn't expect it. And if it finished, I have to stop and come back after a few minutes with the setup. So let's see. Let's go with no test at this stage. We can test it manually. And if we have to add tests, we can just come back to it in the next video and write tests for it. I don't want tests at this stage. Okay, you know what? Submit. Okay. Let's see. That was very quick in terms of the limit because we already like only use 18% of the current context. I'm not sure how we end up using 73% of current session. And that is not very good. You know what? There's not much we can do. So I'm going to just exit from here. Let's see. We have nothing there. Well, probably we should read all of this stuff, but at this stage, to be honest, let me just add it to the GitHub. It's easier to read. And let's see. Yes, create that one. PRD submitted. And now if I reload and go to issues, this is the PRD. So it literally explain everything that we talk about, and it's all good. So what I want to do is to create issues from this PRD. So small chunks that we can basically start writing code. So I'm going to use 2 issues. Let's create issues from the PRD number 1. We just created it so that we can tackle the code after this. So now, obviously, it's going to look at the PRD. Even though I'm just a bit surprised, it could have just checked whatever was in the context. Didn't have to go and read it one more time. It's fine. Not a big deal at this stage. And let's see. So as a result of this, we are going to have okay, this is the proposed breakdown, 12 vertical slices, and questions. I think, should the slice 6, 7 be merged? Both deal with the modifying. I don't care at this stage, all good. I don't want to really merge anything. I just want to start writing some code if we can. So here we're going to have sub issues very quickly. Oh, there we go. Actually adding it, all good. Let's see. For me, the strange part was we hit the limit very quickly, even though, to be honest, not much of there was some back and forth, but it was purely planning. So, okay, probably we need to just come back in a few, well, I'm going to come back in a few minutes and continue the rest. But we're 93%. That was a little bit unexpected and quick, to be honest. So to give you a bit of, idea what is going to happen, so we have pretty much everything here. Okay. %. Hopefully we can create all of them. 99%. Come on, don't hit the session limit. Something has happened. Ooh, okay. So you know what? We hit the limit, so we're in 100%. But also we managed to create all the issues. And also the good point about these issues is that it explains if they've been blocked by. So at this stage, if you're working with a team, or if you can, like, you can build sub agent that they can start working independently on all of these things. The good point is, if you work with a team, different people can just pick up different issues and they can work in parallel, so they don't really get blocked that much. Obviously, some of the issues are blocked by the others, but it's understandable. So actually, yeah, I can see after we get number 7 done, so the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, they could be done completely in parallel. But also the good point now is, because we have it in GitHub, it's very easy to share it with others. People can just pick up at any time they want. And if we have, like, if we wouldn't have the issue with the, what is it called? If we wouldn't have issue with this limit, we could start tackle right away, or we could come back anytime. So even though I only use 25% of my context, so I can actually check my context here. Okay, it's interesting that I have something was eating my context. Let me see, actually. Well, to be honest, not much, but long story short, we have everything GitHub. If I come back later, I can continue building it because I have the PRD as number 1 and I have other issues. So let's say I can go and start on a different computer with different account. It doesn't matter because we capture everything in GitHub at this stage. So what am I gonna do is just come back when my limit is finished and continue on this one. And meanwhile, I can also close this one completely because there is no problem. So yeah, I can go here. And as we saw, there is nothing here. I think, yeah, we don't have anything because we're gonna start writing code. Probably we should also write tests if we have to, or if we're not gonna hit the limit very quickly. Maybe because I was using 4.6, but I think I was using 4.6 quite a lot of times. something is just literally took all the sessions that I had, or maybe because it's a peak hours. I don't know. I've read somewhere that if you're using Claude in some peak hours, which is 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. UK time, and then your tokens can be consumed quicker. So that is also something to be aware that, you know, if you're using Claude on weekends, or if you're using Claude on non-peak hours, off-peak, then probably you can just, you know, use the tool for quite some more time. Anyway, I'm going to come back once my limit is gone. We're going to go to Claude Code. At the same time, we just need to know that now that we have all of these things, we can tackle the second issue. So let's just do that. But I think, you know, there are like a few things that I want to just make sure we also have planned for them. I want to be able to check the app locally. So I connect my phone. I want to be able to see it. I'm not sure if it's doable or not. I know with React Native you can do that, but with Flutter, I don't know. Let's test that. Well, let's just find out more. And the other thing is, I think, well, you know, maybe we're going to add test or not. And also I want to be able to have some command in terms of just file. So, you know, similar to the make. So we have, if you do just file, it's quite similar to make, but you can run just some command as well. So I want to be able to run commands with just. So let's also ask AI to do that as well. So we're in a plan mode, so we can do shift, I think is a shift tab. Yeah, shift tab. So I want to be able to run all of commands. In fact, I changed my mind. I don't want to do it right now. Let's get all of those things done, and then we're gonna get back to the just file and running locally, because I think once we have done all of these issues, we should be able to check everything. Okay, cool. You know what? Let's do that. Look at the issue number 2 in a GitHub, and let's implement that one. Okay, so now because I'm already connected to the what is it called? Okay, yes, why not? Connected to the GitHub CLI GH, you should be able to get it and find out what we're going to do. So let me explore the current code base. There is nothing really to explore. I think we have to also do a few things. So if I just open everything in a Z, okay, so to not forget anything, so we have to be able to run the app locally in iOS and Android. We also, so just make it a bit bigger. These are sort of things that we're not going to forget. What else do we want to do? Use universal just file for running commands, and we have to add claude.md and readme. So these are the things that we have to do, so I don't want to forget about any of them. Okay, let's write the plan. Okay, technically I didn't want to write plan. Is it really going to? Probably I should have not been into plan mode, but we are. So let's look at it. Issue number 2, empty git repo need full Flutter app bootstrap. I'm okay with that. Bootstrap, Flutter project, Flutter create. You know what? It's good. Dependencies, I have no idea, to be honest. What else? So it's going to just build some of this stuff. There is theme, routers, nav shell screens. You know what? Yes. Auto accept. I think I'm okay for now, to be honest. We should be able to see everything live basically here as it adding stuff. I probably forgot to just say, probably we need to add tests, and I want to ask after doing each issue, so it should create a PR with proper descriptions. Let's just do that one. You know what? Just go ahead. Don't want to wait quite a lot of stuff. Which Flutter? There is no Flutter. Keeping, you know what? Would like to access data. I'm okay for now. So we want to create PR with proper, what is it? With descriptions after each issue. Okay. Let's see. Also, meanwhile, I'm very curious to know what's happening with Flutter app development. Let's see. Build app for you for any screen. Quite interesting to know what is happening here. I don't see anything. Let's go to packages. Interesting. Do you want to proceed? You know what? Yes. Let's go ahead. Don't want to spend so much time. So there's no Flutter. I think it needs to install it, to be honest. There is no. Okay, if you read everything. So for now, I mean, you need to be more careful, but I think I'm quite okay in this case. There is also another thing which is called Docker S-Box or Sandbox, something like that. So this one, if you're not very, if you want to let Claude run in your machine and let's say in a dangerous mode, which is it this one? CCX. Yes. So if you wanna run Claude with dangerously skip permissions, so for every command it doesn't ask you anything, then you can run it inside Docker. So then it will be quite isolated. And if you install Docker Sandbox, which is quite new, you are gonna get something like, you know, something like that if you're just paranoid or if you want to be extra cautious. What is it doing? Okay, Flutter isn't installed. Flutter isn't installed. Flutter create. Once that is done, I will do everything. You know what? I will ask to install Flutter. There you go. Can you install Flutter with Homebrew if you can? In fact, was it here? I think it was here. So we go to install Flutter. Where is install? Introduction, try, update, download, install. Learn how to install. Yeah, okay. It is okay. Not clickable. Let's go there. The Mac OS, download Xcode. Can I install it with Homebrew? So maybe I'm gonna ask Claude to do this one for me, or you know, the idea is basically I can follow this one, so I can just make sure, you know, I have Git, Then my Xcode is installed. Visual Studio Code. Okay, VS Code, we have that one. And also then, I don't want that. I don't want this. Okay. Very interesting. So I want to be able to install in macOS without VS Code because I'm not using VS Code. But let's see. You know what? I will ask Claude to do it for me. Probably you can't do it with Homebrew. Maybe I can. I don't know. Can you install Flutter for me in the most recommended way? Okay. Hopefully it's not just taking all the, just seriously asking too many questions. You know what? Let's do that. Apparently you can, it's a cask. It's interesting. Didn't know that. With Visual Studio Code, but okay, it's quite interesting anyway. I have no idea, so probably it will be a fun ride. We will see what's going to happen at the end. I'm also curious to know where we are with the usage. So I'm already in 27%. Something is really happening. Taking everything. Interesting. Maybe meanwhile, okay. Homebrew is available. Okay, easily a Flutter cast running it now. Is it doing something or not? So I am very curious to know what is actually taking all my you know what, I don't want this. I don't want that one either. I don't want the Gmail one. So okay, the memory one maybe is taking all of it. I've actually not used this plugin. I've installed it to check it. I didn't have a chance to look at it. Hookify, superpower is okay. Sequential thinking is fine. So now I think we should. Okay, so I think we should be good now. Skills. On the left side, let me just ask, are you still doing the installation? Okay. None of these things are really a lot of tokens. If you can look, for example, all of these skills and everything, quite small, 66 token, 51 token, and okay. Oh, I'm gonna just get out of this and look at the usage. 27%. Okay, 89% of your usage was while 4+ sessions run in parallel. Okay, that's a good, you know, not include. Okay, interesting insights, but I am not bothered at this stage here. So let's just clear everything. And what is happening? Is it doing something or not? I think it's Control O, if I'm not mistaken. Homebrew is available. Okay. It's still just installing it, so it's a bit not found. It's a little bit slow to be honest, for this. Or maybe it's bootstrapping. Maybe already installed and bootstrapping. Is it though? Not sure. Just give it a few more minutes. And let's reload. And then if I have, okay, Flutter is not installed. I think that's, yeah. Absolutely annoying. So let's just do brew. Oh, okay. No, it was blocked. You denied the tool use. I have not blocked anything. I have not blocked anything. Actually, I'm gonna just run it on this one. Brew install -- cask and brew install -- cask and then Flutter. I'm quite sure I didn't do anything. Okay, it's 2 gigabytes. Let's see. Come on, install. At what stage I blocked it? You denied the tool use. Nothing was installed yet. Should I go ahead? I've done it. You know what? I think it's just downloading something. Very slow. Okay, so Flutter was successfully installed. So if I do Flutter, probably not here. So reach Flutter. Okay, we have this one. I've already installed Flutter. You can double check and continue. Oh, okay, Bruno. So, you know what? You're being silly. I have installed Flutter. You can check it and continue. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so we have actually installed Flutter version 3.41.7, creating the project. Version. Oh, waiting for another Flutter command to release the startup block. I think because it's just installing the, it's doing the Flutter create, it's locked. Interesting. I didn't know that. I think maybe that's the fun part of, using a language or tool that you have no idea, but AI is helping so much. And okay, let's see. Yeah, Flutter is installed. There's a framework. There's engine, tools. Okay, all good. And if we want to see what has been installed, why am I in the cloud? Okay, if I do git status, a lot of things has been already added. And let's hope that the session doesn't get to the we have some room to just play with the Flutter again. I have no idea what is happening. So I think here we should be able to see some stuff. Okay, here. Set dot. So we have dot cloud, and then we have iOS and Android. It's just doing both of them at the same time in a different code base. Is that correct? I don't know. There's a web version. I don't know. Windows, no idea. There's a README, any Flutter project. Okay. Okay, let's see. And let me just check the cloud. And if I refresh, we already use 46%. I think the model is, we're using 4.6 or 4.7. I'm not sure, but I think we should be good. Let's see. Going back, I'm very curious to look at the issue number 2. So it's bootstrapping the project. Okay, it should run Android and iOS without errors. Okay, switching tabs. In the meanwhile, I'm very curious to know how does the preview work. So a visual package repository for Dart and Flutter. Okay. Android Studio, Visual Studio Code. Where are we? Okay, clean, making tasks done, all done. Here is a summary. I want you to add this. What do we want? So, do you want all documents and accession? You know what? Just let's keep Safari. I don't know why this one is here. I want you to add in claude.md in the current repository so that after doing any issue, once it's done, I want you to create a pull request with a proper description, and then I can check the pull request, and if I want to merge it, I can merge it or not. But your task should be to create pull request and with a proper description. Make sure you do not create, commit or add anything to the main branch. So everything should be a different branch with a proper pull request and description. So let's, what's happening with my dictation? Nothing is working very good. Okay, creating claude.md in the repo with those workflow instructions. Okay, git c. I think we are in the main branch. Well, let's see that. You know what? Yes, I'm okay. In fact, no, actually, I don't want to let it to just run all the git commands. So, is it going to be very annoying? Git add, git status, git commit. Well, the danger is if it adds something to the main branch. So but let's see. I'm gonna give up, honestly, very soon. It's gonna ask too many questions about Git. Should I run this? Should I run that? But at the same time, I have I'm using like a, with the GH, it's fine. I'm using a specific skills or plugin that it stop all the dangerous command in Git, so we should be good. Also added this one, and I think if I look at, where's the Claude MD? Never commit to the main. You create a pull request once issue is done. I think I'm good. Also, PR is open. Let's look at it. I don't want the Flutter anymore. Let's ignore the just file for now. And then, you know what? I cannot say much if it works or not, but we have to test it. So we're going to ask to test everything. So let's, you know what? Let's measure it. Even though it's 138, most of it is Bootstrap, but there's not much we can do at this stage. There was some app logo. Okay, it's fine. We can just look at the logos later. Create a logo. I don't know. So let's tackle the next one. So if I do git status here, you can see we are in a different branch. I'm going to merge this one. Obviously, and in the ideal world, you're going to do the code review here, and you have two options. You can do the manual review, or you can ask, again, Claude code review. So we have, for example, this, I think is a code review. Yes. So we have code review skills. It goes and look at the pull request and do the code review. I think I am not going to do it in this stage, in this case, because I want to make sure, I can just get a few more issues done. But ideally, you want to do that just for the sake of, safety of your code. So I know this is a very bad practice in a real, production application. You should never do that. So please, just for one time, you can close your eyes. But let's go up. And conversation, let's just merge it. Let's just merge everything. So I think it's merged now. And then if I do git checkout main and git pull, we should get everything here. Git status, nothing. So we have everything in the main branch. I'm going to ask, look at issue number 3. And before changing anything, you should create a Git branch specifically for that issue. And once it's done, push everything to a new pull request. Okay, so. And the good thing is, so if you go to the list of issues, we can see the issue number 2 is closed because we have already done, we already merged the branch related to that one. And also, I think the good thing about if you let Claude do the pull request, obviously it's going to give like a good summary. It's going to says which issue needs to be closed. There's a test plan. Everything is there. So I think this is a good example of using Claude in this case. Here I am happy if you want to look at the issues for now. So I don't want you to ask me all the time. And also let's see where we are. You want to proceed. Git, you know what? Okay. Let him ask for now. Okay. Okay, it should be okay to do the git log one line. And it wants to create a new branch. I think I'm okay with that. So if we want to look at issue number 3, okay, so let's just do that. And let's go to number 3. What we're going to do in number 3, hopefully it's not very big. What to build? Setup, drift, SQLite with all 4 tables for the C12 predefined categories. It's fine. And okay, I think it should be fine as well. Let's see. So let's see where we are. 67%. Hopefully we can get number 3 and number 4 done, but let's find out. Oh, we jumped to 79. Interesting. I'm not sure if it's only me or it wasn't like this. For example, last week when I was running this Claude, I was not hitting the limit or usage limit this quickly, and something's happened either. And I don't think like that the changes that we've done, it's not like that big, even though it was 138 files, but it wasn't like so many lines of code. Something has happened. I need to investigate and find out, to be honest, what is actually killing everything. Okay. Let's see. What are you doing? Still thinking. I'm gonna just do the effort. So press up to edit queue message. So I really want to see the effort, if it's maybe because the effort is very high, but it shouldn't be really. I'm still very curious to know what is happening. Okay. Because I'm using that memory plugin, it actually is telling me what is happening. So it's quite good. Context economics. Okay, let me implement. Creating task first. I think after this one, to be honest, I want to also reload my plugins because I've disabled quite a few of them. But that shouldn't really take so much of my usage, which is very, very annoying. And okay, the way it just literally eats all the tokens and the usage is quite crazy. Didn't expect it, to be honest, but let's see. Excuse me. And this is I think, my memory. So this is what was investigated. This one was learned, completed. This is everything which we did so far. I think it's the memory is just, smashing everything, but one way to find out. Now running the build runner to generate the drift code. You know what? I'm okay with that. Probably the memory is the one. That's the only thing I added since I think last week. But I guess it's a bit late because now we already again are in 90%, 91% in fact. So no hope. I need to double check everything. So let's just go to plugins again. The install one, I think there's an MCP server and Claude mem. I'm gonna just disable the plugin, and then I'm gonna do plugin again, and let's see. MCP search. What is this one? Okay. Oh, okay. So let's just disable that. Code review is fine. Feature dev, front end, Hookify. For Hookify, I'm not using it, so let's just disable this one as well for now. And then let's go to plugin. What else do we have here? Sequential thinking, superpowers, security guidance, front end. You have hit your limit. Okay. This is absolutely annoying. And okay, so you know what? I'm gonna just go there and let's wait here. So just escape and see, we don't need this bit. Let's check this one. Plugins, plugin. Okay, let's reload plugins, and let me look at MCPs for now. I know it's a bit annoying that we couldn't even finish the second one. We will come back definitely, but I'm just very curious to know what is taking all and everything in the limit. So maybe that's a good debugging session, to be honest. So I don't want to use any Google related stuff. Never actually use it. I don't want this. You know what? I don't want to. I will disable this one. Okay, so disable. Sequential thinking is fine. So what is this one? Inter, this is disable. You know what? Go back. This is MCPs. Let's look at plugins now one more time. All the install one. Markdown. Okay, you know what? Disable it. And again, plugin. And let's go here. Hookify. I'm not using it for now. Let's disable it. And then plugins. Security, sequential thinking. Okay. So now if I do reload and then plugin, hopefully so feature dev front end is fine. Okay. At the moment, I'm not using this one, so maybe I should just disable this one as well. And let's see, what else do we have? I think we are good. So we're good for now. And I want to check the skills. Okay, so this is superpower. Superpower is fine. Okay, I think. Okay, so, and probably, no. Okay, so I think, it should be a little bit better. Reload plugins. Even though, so if I check my usage, even though like I'm at 100%, but I think next time I'm going to run it, it should be a little bit better. But let's look at the insights here. What is contributing to your limit usage? Doesn't include last 24, 3 independent. Okay. Interesting. It's very interesting, and I need to find out what is happening. I'm using 4.6, so it shouldn't be really a big deal. Nothing. And let me just check the context. Context. System tools is not a lot. Custom agents, memory files, skills, messages, and free space. Okay. So, okay, whatever. So I think we hit the limit again, which is not good and not convenient. We can come back again, and in a few hours I'm going to continue. Hopefully, when I'm not using the memory plugin, it should use less. I didn't know that it's just literally going to take everything, but now I know. And I'll come back and see what we're going to do after this. Okay, so let's continue here. Now our session again reset. Give it a few minutes. I'm gonna go down. So here, let's ask for reload plugins, making sure have one installed one. Okay, we have quite a few of them disabled because especially the memory one, I'm a bit suspicious. I'm not quite sure, but let's just ask continue with, you know what? Why am I typing? Continue with implementation. Okay. So let's see what we're going to get now. While it's running some stuff, actually, I can check for Claude again. Quickly check if we are. Okay, something clearly is happening. Just the moment I start asking to do something, I get again. Do you want to do Git? Yes, it's fine. That. Strangely enough, even without doing anything, I hit 11%. A bit too much. I need to find out what's happening. Okay, what is it doing? Git add and git. Yes, do that. You know what? You can do this as well. So it created a PR and have a look. It's going to close the issue number 3, which is okay. It changed quite a few files. So I think what we really want to see is some sort of development platform so that we can check it as an example on iPhone or iOS, sorry, iPhone or Android, and then, you know, see what is happening. I'm going to merge this one. Let's go there. So let's say we're happy with this. We haven't tested anything. I'm going to just get out of the cloud because I'm not sure if it counts. So when I reload everything, had some impact or not, but let's see. I'm going to start again, Cloud Code. And then if I go to plugins and go here, code setup, code review, feature dev. Am I using this? Let's leave this one here. Security guidance, superpowers, sequential thinking. Disable one. They're good. So let them be disabled. And then also in MCP, I want to make sure I don't have anything specific here. So everything is disabled. To be honest, I should be able to remove them. I cannot remove them. Disabled is more than enough. Okay, good. So, and then I'm going to check my model one more time. I'm going to default 4.6. It's okay to me. And the next thing is the effort. Effort could be high. I think that's enough again. We have done the issue number 3. So if we go and check this issue, I think, yes, this is issue number 3 on the URL. You can see that we have done this one. So git checkout main and git pull. I think we have everything here. So, and if because we are using like GitHub issues, we don't really have to be bothered so much with, you know, resuming something every time. We can just come back and do the project from different computer, from, you know, different places, because they've been broken down to independent and manageable amount of, you know, work. So we can just get them done. So in this case, you know what, let's start Cloud Code again. And I'm going to just say, continue with issue number 4. So we already asked that it needs to create a new branch. Let's see if it remembers or not, but we're going to find out soon. Okay, looking at issue number 4. Good. And actually, I'm curious to know what is happening in issue number 4. What to build? A pure Dart module with no Flutter or database dependencies, given a small start date, frequency, blah, blah. It's blocked by number 2. We already did number 2, which was the first issue, obviously. The first one, but issue number 1 is the PRD. Issue number 2 was the first piece of work that we've done. So it's going to look at what is happening. Why not? I don't mind if you want to look at, you know, grep or drep. Is it still having the 14% fine, but still. I'm using the writing plans skill to create implementation plan. Let me fetch number 4. Good. Very strange that if it was broken down in a from the PRD which we created, I would have expected, you know, a lot of these things wouldn't happen. That's why now it's going to look at issue number 1, which is basically the big PRD we have. I think if I go to issues, and where are we? Okay, here. Issue number 1 is the main PRD, which collected all and everything based on the interview or questionnaires that we had. So I think, again, because we start a new session or we start a new Claude Code, that's why it didn't know much what's happening in number 1. Well, I'm guessing that's why. Looking at this one, is 16%. Still is okay, but I would not expect to hit that number really by just looking at some smaller stuff. Okay, so just want to try to do some stuff. Okay, you know what? I'm okay. Auto accept. And git checkout. That's very good. In fact, because we asked to create a branch, it's doing it. And you know what? Let's go with that. I think I need to change my theme in terminal because it's just nonsenses and I can't see most of the time. I didn't know we should write tests. I think I asked to not write tests. Maybe it ignore me. Frequencies to support, fine. Function accept, return. It's okay, you know. If you're doing number 4, is this one. Okay, anyway, let's let this one job. And I think he's using the kind of like test first or TDD because I can see it just wrote some tests, execute the test, and they fail because there's no implementation. And now it's just doing the implementation. Okay. Okay, you know what? All good. And let me get it created another pull request. Look on. We go to pull request. Is the number 4. I'll look at the code changes. And as I mentioned, ideally you want to review the code properly, just look into everything. I think because we're just, you know, doing some hobby project, probably it's not that necessary. But if you're working on something very specific, you really want to check all the tests, very specifically making sure tests are meaningful and make sense. If they do, it will be, you could just be more relaxed with the implementation, because if the tests are tight enough and, you know, just are testing the actual functionality, not just, you know, having some tests for the sake of argument, then you could be quite comfortable with the implementation, because if it passes, then good. That doesn't mean we should ignore the, you know, the implementation, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Let's go there, and I think I'm happy. I'm gonna merge everything, confirm. Okay, so I have looked at the PR. It looks very good. I've merged it. So I want you to look at the next issue. So one thing that we are missing so far is that, you know, we're just writing some code. And I think, yeah, okay, what is it doing? Oh, it's actually looking at the issue number 3. That is a bit odd. Okay. Oh, in fact, correct, because it's looking at number 5. I think number 5 was blocked by number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So if you go to issues, and if you look at number 5, it was blocked by number 3, which we have done it. So look at it. It's closed. Check out main, git pull. You know what? Yes, you can always do git pull. It's fine. So I think, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Something that we are missing is to be able to look at the app so far, even if it's just bootstrap or scaffolding. We need to be able to see what is happening in on a phone, or like, you know, in an emulator. But let's see. I think very soon we're going to ask to see what we can do in that regard. Where we are here. Okay, very clearly to me that memory Claude Mem plugin was, honestly, this is it. This one was killing and taking all my sessions. I think because it comes with the MCP and it wants to keep track of pretty much everything that I have done, it was just taking all my sessions. You could see I was just barely doing some planning, not even one line of code, and the session was full. And then again, the second one, I just did one issue, that one got full as well. So that is the annoying part. I think now we're not gonna have that issue. If I refresh this one, that shouldn't exist. So that is just from the previous one exists, but I'm quite sure now we don't have it here because I disabled it. So it should be all good. What is it doing? App settings, you can do that. And while we're doing that, let's just have a look at if they have any issues. We're looking at the issues to make sure, you know, if else has said something like that. If you look at the pull requests, nothing here. Go to the code and find out if they have said anything about sessions. Oh, there we go. So basically, capturing tools usage of observations, generating semantic summaries, and making them available to future sessions. But then that's how. Okay, this is good. Context from previous sessions will automatically appear in the new. That's how I think it was just taking pretty much all my sessions taken. But we don't have the problem now. Still think. Okay, it's looking at the issue. Okay. Okay. Something is happening behind the scene. Okay. Good. Thank you. There we are here. Okay. I think the problem was clearly, very likely, was that cloud mem or memory, which is taking whole session. Now we don't have the problem. Worry at all. code base. Probably we have it good as well. It's going to make this bigger in case you remember something. This tool is on. I think now it's just really doing the code. But a good thing about, well, at least in my opinion, the good thing about this kind of exercises is in real world, when you're doing the coding with AI and everything, you're not going to see, everything is not going to work in the first run. So you might just hit some wall or get blocked by, I don't know, a silly plugin that you installed or skills, and it's just taking the whole your sessions. So I think this is really what is happening if you're going to work. That's why I'm trying to not edit any of this, you know, or just making like a polished, proper, very short video. So I just put everything there. So if you notice you're just having the same problem, you can see what can be done in that sense. And that's why I'm doing it this way. And I just want to share it with you guys as well. So this is pretty much what's going to happen most of the time. Not everything is going to work for the first time. You need to just do sometimes back and forth and make sure things are, you know, things are just in a way that you want. So we're good here. What is it doing? So it's just, I think it's going to create, adding everything. Where we are here, I think it's just created a branch. Still doing some work. There's look at this. I don't think 37 still is fine. Okay. Okay, now run the full test. Something that I don't know is the effort. I'm not sure if I change it. Is it going to take the session, user session quicker or not? Let's find out. Claude. Docs. We are going to search. Do you have a search? You don't have a search. That's not good. Oh, there. This is what. So if I use a different type of effort, is it gonna take? Oh, what is happening? Good. So glitch is. So if I use different type of effort, is it gonna take my session or consume my session quicker or not? It was a little bit of whistle. So let's see. Let's see what is it gonna say. If not, probably it would be good to just go completely all the way high. The effort parameter affects how many tokens uses when responding, which directly impact both speed and cost. Higher effort levels consume more tokens, while lower effort fewer. Faster response and lower cost. Use low or medium. High X high max, but better capabilities. So the effort parameters affect all tokens in response, including text response tools. For speed optimization, use low. For micro without concern for tokens, use max effort. I think at the moment we are on the max, if I'm not mistaken. See. Here's what was built. Here is open. Let's quickly check this one. Get a bit paranoid checking this quite a lot, but where we are. So we have done number 5. Look, I'm quite okay. I think I know what's happening. It's good. Good to me. Let's just merge it. Move on. Merge pull request. I think it looks good. I've already merged the pull request, so we can go to the issue number 6. Was it number 6? We've done number 5. Yeah, we can say number 6. But also, I want to ask if I can check the app in, see the app in my Android phone to begin with. But just before doing number 6, is there any way that I can check the app while developing my phone or my laptop? Is there any way to do it at all? Because we're using Flutter and all of these things. That was a question mark, but let's see. I think before starting, but I don't know. Makes it easy. You may have a few options on your laptop. Run natively, no setup requires Flutter run. Or in a Chrome, or on your phone, connect USB. Android. Enable developer selecting USB debugging on phone, connect, then Flutter run. Check what Flutter can see. Flutter fine. Interesting. So if I do this one, just before going to issue number 6, if I run Flutter run-d Mac OS, I can see the app in my laptop, correct? Does it have to be from the root of the directory or somewhere specific? I think that's good to see something, to be honest. Yes, it can be run from the project root, the directory. Okay, we are already here. Let's do it. Okay, let's just run. What do we get? 2. Okay, so you know what? We can come back and debug this one later. I'm gonna, in fact, ask Claude to check this one. I get some errors, but don't worry about it for now. Let's go with issue number 6. I'm very happy that it completely ignored because I said don't worry about it. But sometimes I've seen strange behaviors that AI wants to be funny. They do some stuff, but yes. But in this case, it really didn't do much. It was good. And the other point is we already use only 38% of our context. So context is just still in a good shape. I'm not worried about it. And also we have done like 3 of fact, we've done number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and this is issue number 6. So we've done 5 or 4 issues, and the context and session is in healthy mode. So that cloud mem was absolutely a killer. Never going to use it actually, and in fact I'm going to just remove it in a few minutes. But let's see. Come on, get the next one done. Almost done thinking with a high effort. Thank you for letting us know. Very interesting. Did utility X build? I think I have installed X build if I'm not mistaken, but I remember when I was checking the Flutter website here, and then sort of Xcode build. Xcode build, no. Code select. If you already have Git installed, hit the next step, download and install Visual. Why on the earth? Visual Studio Code. It is very annoying. Use VS Code to download and install Flutter. Create a new Flutter. Stop being annoying. Okay, don't know, to be honest. And that's just how you use a tool, because AI recommended you, and it's actually fun because I didn't know anything. Now, so far things are moving forward, so I'm not much bothered at this stage. Good. Is it about installing Git? That doesn't seem to really like it. Xcode and select install. Curious to already installed. Use software update in systems. Okay, we have Xcode, I'm quite sure. The only annoying part is I just don't know why it's trying to install Flutter with VS Code. So let me just quickly read. Is there something happening here? It's trying to doing some stuff. Let's have a look. Control O. Okay, actually load everything, but not much. Chop chop. So let's read it. If you're not with the open VS Code, searching for the okay, add Flutter extensions. Install Flutter with VS Code. Select new project. VS Code prompts you to locate the Flutter SDK. When select okay. Is that so? So let's open the VS Code. In fact, I'm going to open it here. So not there. So let's do code. And let's see. Interestingly, I think maybe something is not to the decay, but we will find out. Command Shift P. Command Shift P, and then I think we have Flutter. So ask in a chat. Okay, seriously, just went to the chat. Dating, so I don't care about this search. Gathering information, need context first. Select Flutter. Okay. Oh, I think I needed to do the extensions first, so let's do that. What is it doing? Flutter support and debugging, Flutter widget, awesome Flutter snippets. I don't care about the snippets. Let's do that. I trust it. And I think that chat can be closed. I noticed something is happening here as well. Okay, yeah, that's good. Maybe we can debug it. So is it installing the extension? Why should it take that much time? It is, oh, it is still in. How big is the extension? Why should it take that? Okay, so it has it. Would you like to use recommended VS Code for the Dart and Flutter? Not for now. The VS Code ID extension. That's why I'm not using VS Code anymore. But let's see. Command Shift Command Shift P, Flutter. I've already had this. And it's in, okay, you do the Flutter, new project, VS Code prompts. We don't need a download, select folder, clone. Okay, clone Flutter while this. Add SDK to path. Have this command. Command Shift P again. Flutter. Okay, this is it. Add Flutter SDK to path. Thank you. When successful, a notification displayed this. VS Code might display Google Analytics notice. If you agree, click OK, but we disagree with that. To ensure that Flutter is available in all terminals, close and reopen terminal windows, restart VS Code, and test drive Flutter. Okay, let's see. Okay. Are we gonna have okay, I think it was installed anyway, but am I gonna be able to run the previous command, which was this bit? Or are we still gonna get the same error? Okay. We will ask AI to just, look at these errors, because that is a little bit annoying. And I think at the top, it was saying something along the line of fastest no phone needed. On a phone, Android enable developer options, USB debugging on the phone, connect, and then Flutter run. If I do this one, Flutter run. Okay, I think God, I don't want to install Java. Okay. I think it needs some more help later. So let's not install Java or anything for now. What are you doing, my friend? Insert on conflict. It's doing some stuff, but let me check if it's something crazy is happening. Ooh, okay. Something is still happening. And let's look at what is happening. Looking at the whole code base, this is the biggest issue so far. Let me pull main and explore the code base before use in the memory database pattern for existing tests. Well, thank you for letting us. This is the biggest one. And how big it was? Number 6, I think. Where are we? Okay, you not anymore. So we're not going to use you anymore. You also the same thing. And I go to issues. You number 6, I think. What to build? The core loop of the app. Okay, I think a lot of things are happening here. That's why it's going to be quite a lot of stuff. Okay, you know what? It's all good. We can wait. Oh, thank you. Almost done thinking after how long? Um, it wants to find some stuff. I think I'm okay. So I think why is it doing? There was already a plan. I'm not sure. I have enough from the agent's analysis combined with my own. Let me write the plan directly. Okay, you can write the plan, but it was already a plan. We already have a ticket for that. Okay, this one was pretty big issue apparently. That's why I think, it was taking pretty much a lot of a long time, and also take a lot of the session as well as context. I think it was 34%. Now we are on 52%, and that's a little bit annoying. So let's just ask by the way question. Do you think it was it not easier to use um, React Native for this project? I guess I have to install now with Flutter. I have to install, for example, quite a few other things for Android and iOS, and that is a little bit, annoying. I try to not install pretty much, most of these new tooling and languages in my laptop. Let's see. By the way, come on, do the job. What is it gonna say? This is a fair concern. Honestly, for someone who wants to minimize tooling on their laptop, React Native would have been more natural fit. um, the Flutter install overhead is one-time cost, and the trade-off are real in both directions. Okay, I get the buying. It's fine. Um, and it's actually saying the Flutter compiles to truly native code, smoother UI, especially for calendar with animations. Okay, that's good. Single code base consists of pixel perfect. Where are you? Rendering on both platforms. React Native advantages on your situation. The honest answer. Oh, where did you go? Okay. Where's the honest answer? If you're not already invested in this Flutter project, Expo, React Native, I already used Expo once, and it was very fun and easy. Would have given you the run on my phone immediately with zero native tooling experience you are looking for. With Flutter, you do need Xcode for iOS or Android Studio for Android to run on a real device. That is unavoidable since you're already several issues deep into the Flutter project. Switching now would mean rewrite everything. The pragmatic path is to push through the Flutter setup once. After this is uh, after that, it's no difference day to day. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Are you still doing some work or not? Okay, you know what? I can do still doing some work. Yeah. Okay. That, by the way, sometimes come handy, sometimes not. Uh, but let's see. I am quite sure I've already asked to know, but it's doing it. Maybe somewhere it was there, or some of the skills that I use. I know there is a skill called brainstorming. Yes, brainstorm. This one, especially if you're going to work with something that has UI, even if it's in a terminal, it's going to give you the visual, so you can choose between whatever you like. So it will give you some options, and then you can pick. So the web server, it will run a quick web server locally, and then you can check in your browser what you like or what you not like. So it will be a little bit more active in that sense, but you will see. We will see a surprise very soon. And I think the good point is, to be honest, if you don't like something, we can just immediately ask, and Claude should know exactly where things are because it has the full picture. And as a result of that, you should be able to change it, even UI. Where are we here? Hopefully not. We're 86%. I would be happy if we can finish issue number 6. And I think there was VS Code somewhere. Let's get rid of you, VS Code. We don't need you. Session is in progress. Are you sure you want to quit? Session is that? Oh yeah, that one. Of course I don't want. Hey, I don't care really about VS Code anymore. Times still come handy, unfortunately. But I think I get used to not using it anymore. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere because it's running the full test and analyzing. So I think if it passes, okay, which didn't, we should get some stuff. Meanwhile, I can just go and have a look, share. Oh, okay, it's doing some stuff. But meanwhile, I think I can share some. So if I do cat and then, is it in Claude? If I show you my Claude.md, there are some interesting stuff there. So I've already asked, in all the interactions and commit messages, be extremely concise. And that's one thing. So just be very direct and to the point. There are some instruction I gave to Claude in terms of Git. So I don't want to use co-authored for now. I think it can be handy sometimes to have it. For example, if you want to get some analytics to make sure how much you have used Claude, so that's pretty much good. But I didn't want to do that. So there is no co-authored. That's why you only see my username on a Git or GitHub. And then every commit message must follow the conventional commit. For example, I want to make sure if it's feat, fix, chore, documentation, style, or anything, because if you're going to have a release or use release please, which is one of the video I just created, then it will make it very simple to create, semantic versions and releases for your code. So yeah, and especially I asked to not just use, updated that or add this or add that. Very specifically prefix this one. If you want to know, oh, has it been done? Yes, it's been done. So if you want to know what was this commit about, did you fix something, or you work on a test, or you work on, the performance or build, then you know exactly what happened. That is more, interesting. And also, if you want to know more about it, I think it's here. So conventional commit. And if you go here, you can see the full documentation. So you're going to have that one. And again, the same thing. When you're creating the PR, just be concise. Don't just add a lot of stuff. Never commit or push directly to main branch or master branch. No exceptions. Before any git commit or git push, run git branch to current first. So this is basically making sure what is the current branch. If it's main or master, stop, do nothing, and then create a branch. The plan mode is the same thing. So, you know, be concise. And then at the end, give me some list of unresolved questions to answer. I think I copied this bit and the top one again from Matt Kokok, but the rest, I guess, is just are specifically I added. But again, this is like the general Claude MD, which I use, which is get affected pretty much everywhere. Okay, so what does it say? PR open. Thank you. Also, notice from the build output earlier that you have a Pixel 3 connected, which is correct. You can run the app directly on your phone right now. Oh, this is interesting. Can you? First of all, it's very interesting that it could detect my phone. So I have that Android phone for that. I'm gonna check it. There is also another thing that I use, which I can show you later. Or maybe I can show it actually. If it works now, I can check it now. So let's do that. Unable to locate Java runtime, please. Okay, I need to install Java, which is absolutely annoying. Keep the command here. I'll do something about it. Let's go and have a look at the pull request that we have. And we are in a pull request. Actually changed 12 files. Okay, what do we have here? A bunch of stuff has been changed. There are some widgets. We have some tests. And let's say we are happy with it because it passed all the tests. Here's the pull request. What? Widget. And git checkout. I think we are good. Git main. Git pull. So we're going to have everything. Because we're also in a 71%, we can clear or restart. Both ways it will work. So I'm going to just say clear. We're going to get back to 0. Our context is in good shape. And we are in 92%. So we can do two things. Either I can ask Claude to just fix the errors that I was getting when I was trying to use the when I was trying to run it on the Android, or I can install it on iPhone, so I don't really have to install Java, I guess, and we can check. So let's see. We have done a quite good amount of work on the app. Also, I want to be able to see the app in my iPhone. Can you help me to run some commands? Or you run the commands, and if I have to install something, let's install it. And if there's instruction to you know, go somewhere and enable something on iPhone, let me know and I'll do it. But I really want to see some sort of demo on my iPhone. I notice on Android I need to install Java, so let's ignore it. But let's just jump to iPhone and see what can we do. Okay, I'm gonna just go in a plan mode, so just plan it first. And let's see. Meanwhile, I'm gonna just also music. No music. Okay, let's see. Problem is, to be honest, one thing that project didn't do, I should have asked after each issue update Claude MD, so update readme. So if we have like a make file or just file, it will add those commands there, so I don't have to memorize anything. But we didn't, and that's okay. That's just definitely okay. We are here. The best. What is it asking? Here is for plan. Flutter has set up, but code is incomplete and Cocoa Pods missing. Fix both. What is Cocoa Pod? Search this one. It doesn't show up. Fix code. Edit. Okay. So it's going to complete the Xcode manual. You do this. Open App Store, search for Xcode, install or update. After install, run. Let's do that. So App Store. Search here. I had probably not. You had deleted it. So let's install this one. Oh, I see. After install, run the command. CocoaPad. I run this one. Thank you. Right, I can do that as well. Install iOS pod. This one. Per iPhone manual. You do this. I think this is 7 or 8 gigabytes. If they can. Oh, 12 gigabytes. $5 good, because actually I have a quite good internet. Come on, it's wrong. Why is it 20 megabytes? It should be around 1 gigabyte. Probably because it's downloading. I'll find out. Going back there. Connect iPhone USB on iPhone. iOS 16 setting. Privacy developer. Restart. I have to restart my phone. Run on a device. Okay, you know what? I am doing some of this stuff. Search and then pod mula. Dependency manager for Cocoa project. What is this? Okay, it's dependency manager for Swift and Objective-C. Has over 107,000 libraries and is used over 3 million apps. Well, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for telling us that we can do that. It is going to install this one as well. How big is this project? Idea. Okay. We don't need this one. Let's get rid of that. I think I've already merged this one, so we shouldn't have any pull request open. And if I go there, correct. True one. Update yourself. Okay. In here, we have done everything. I think this is number 7. So we're going to look into number 7. Number 7, user can interact with individual experience, paid. Okay, I think that's not really a big one. Look at it a bit later. We've already done this, so I'm going to just go to cd iOS. And here, after here, I can just do pod install. But there was some commands here, and I think it was get lost somewhere. Where are you? Ready to code. I'm sure there was something here. 1, 2, 3. something has happened. I don't know. Where are we with this one? Xcode is installing, so just give it a few more minutes. Prepare iPhone. Okay, I need to do pod install. This is I think version was on number 1 or number 2, but we don't have it. Okay. I have installed Xcode from App Store. There was 2 commands that you told me to install after that. I cannot see them. Something has happened, probably. Can you show me those 2? Also, I have installed Cocoa Pods with Brew. So I've done half of number 1 and also a bit of number 2. But just can you show me the plan one more time? Okay, the 2 Xcode post install command. I need this one. In your terminal, the second one may take a few minutes and ask for your password. It's fine, you can do that. I've already gave my soul to AI, unfortunately. So, and I didn't want to install Xcode for a long time. Now I have to. But you know, this is what it is. What are you doing? Solid studio select Xcode switch. It's fine. Password. This is done, and then I'm gonna do this bit as well. Run first launch, which is fine. You have not agreed to the Xcode and Apple SDK license. You must agree to the license. Please, by typing agree. I mean, it's very funny. You have no choice. You have no option. So if you say no, obviously they don't let you do anything. And by typing agree and say agree, if it makes you happy. Did do that? Agree. You can review the license. Code auth. Thank you for forcing us with the license. And privacy or privacy. Okay, now we're good. Install successful. I think I ask a few more things. So I've done that. I've done this. Install iOS pod was a command here. This is something is absolutely disappearing. Okay, so can you check and let me know what is missing now? So I have installed Xcode and run those 2 commands. I've also installed Cocoa Pod. Okay. Flutter Doctor. In fact, you know, I could have checked Claude Code desktop application, the GUI. It could show me those messages that get lost because sometimes in terminal, it's a bit, you know, silly. So Flutter Doctor, everything seems good on your iPhone, is already detected. Android issue can be ignored. The one Xcode warning about simulator won't affect anything. Let me do pod install, then launch uh, launch on your iPhone. Of course you can do that. Why not? No pod. Okay. Obviously was wanted to go to iOS, run the pod install, which is doing it. I think because this is the first time it's going to do the pod, you need to enable developer mode on your iPhone first. I could not find it. You need to enable developer mode on your iPhone first. Open settings on your iPhone. Go to privacy and security. Scroll down to developer mode. Toggle it on. Developer. I'm in fact going to share my screen so you guys can see as well. If we go to lock screen. I could not find developer option. So even if I go to I'm in a setting, settings, privacy and security. Go somewhere, privacy and security. Scroll down to the developer mode, toggle it on. I don't see developer mode. Okay, finally managed to make this one work. So the way you should make it work is that you are going to Xcode, and at least this is the way it works for me. So then go to settings. From the settings, you are going to log in, and so you're going to log into your Apple ID. Then once you've done that, I've restarted my phone. Then I was able to just go to the security, which is at the very end. And then to the end, you could see there's a developer mode. So then I enable so turn it on. Once you turn it on, it will restart your computer. And then once you do this one, you can see now you have developer, everything that you need. Okay, so now that we have this one here, let's just continue and find out how we can see the app in our mobile. Okay, cool. So I'm also, if I check my usage again, I'm also now in a 0%. Good. And we are in a plan mode. So we can go with a shift tab. We're in a plan mode and let's find out what we're going to do. I have installed Cocoa Pod, if I'm not mistaken. I was saying it. And then Xcode in my laptop. Also, developer mode is on in my iPhone. I want to be able to see the demo of the app in my phone. Can you check what's needed and what should I do in order to see that? Okay, so let's see. Getting very exciting. See. Obviously we have Flutter. I think we have Cocoa Pod installed. Also, I think if I'm not mistaken, so if I go to yes, here. So CD, I think iOS, then it was pod installed something. Okay, some command that I've done and it's installed. But let's see. What is it actually going to add? Still in the plan mode. Going to find, okay, check the Flutter version. I think it's looking the doctor if problem. Your iPhone is already detected by Flutter. The only blocker is iOS code signing, no development team. Here is what you want to do. Step 1, open Xcode to set up signing. This is an so basically I should open it from here. Also, yes, I am in Xcode. So if I can in very often. So in the iOS runner.xwork runner figure doing something on and just open it here. Fine. Okay, I cannot do anything. So open Xcode to start to set up signing. Step 2. In the left panel, click runner on the top. Which one is runner? But any of these probably it's very very naive if it's just the first time. I have no clue. If I am here, then just to edit, we're on IO, but it's fine. It's asking to check the XCWC work. Okay, well, you know what? No idea. Let's keep it like that for now. Let's find is it actually. Step 1, open this one. Step 2, configure signing in the left panel, click runner, top level project, select the runner target, click automate, manage their team in video, apply free account works, developer. Okay. Done this, you may need to prompt phone to try computer. Step 3, run the app. This one should do the job, but wait to find out. Because I'm quite sure I've run the app. Oh, there we go. I think it's happening. No valid code sign gateway. Open Flutter code target with select. I have no idea how to do this. Okay, and apparently I expected this one to be much easier, but it's not very clearly. I think lesson learned. This is the second time I'm actually trying to do something with a project that I am not very confident, I would say. So I have used Rust with another project and this Flutter with this one. Things are not smooth and simple. And probably, I mean, if it is, if it wasn't on a video, things would be a little bit easier because I could have go and run and find out all of these things on my own time. But now that there's a bit of pressure from video, so I cannot really spend half an hour just finding out all of this stuff. But this is where we are now. So let's find out. Annoying as it can get, it says, so I'm here. Probably do I need this one? I don't need. No valid code signing. Okay. Open the Flutter project, Xcode target with open in iOS runner. How? How am I gonna do that? Menu. Some of the terminology is not very easy for me to follow. Okay, you know what? Or run on an iOS simulator without code sign. Okay, you know what? It's not doing it. One really issue is missing team ID in the sign, which Xcode will fix once you log in. Can you guide me exactly step by step where I should go in the Xcode or anywhere else to do all of the things that you're asking? Because I have no idea, zero basically, what to do, where to go, and how to get these things done. Okay. So let's find out. What is it asking? That is, where's my, okay. Where are the step 1 and step 2? Okay, your iPhone is connected. Step 1. That is not. Paste this. Oh. I need to open it. Okay. Interesting. So open terminal, paste this command and press enter. Okay, so we know we're not there. We are going to be, so I'm already in Folio, so I can literally go here. See. Okay, so I don't need probably the other one. Delete. I can close the other one, which would somehow. It was open, and then Xcode will launch and open the project. Wait for it fully loaded. There might be a loading bar at the top. And I can wait. I've already closed that one. This is loading something happening here, and it's okay. Step 2, sign in with your Apple ID. In the top menu bar, click Xcode setting, click the account tab, and plus in the bottom corner. I've already done that one. I've already checked in with this. Once added, you will see account listed. Close the setting window. I've done that. Step 3, set up signing team. In the left sidebar of Xcode, click on the runner. Okay. I'm in the runner. Oh, I see what is happening now. Okay. Things are making more sense. Okay, in the left side, runner, very top item. Okay, in the main area, you will see tabs. Click signing and capabilities. There. Make sure the debug tab is selected. Okay, we are in debug tab. Check the box automatically manage sign-in if it isn't already checked. Automatically manage sign. Okay, it's already there. Check the box. Okay, under team, click the drop down, select your Apple ID name, your name, that. Okay. And what else you need to do? You might see a red error saying no profile for team. That's normal. It goes away once you select the team. Okay, I'm all good. Trust your Mac on your phone. I think I've already done that part. Unlock your phone. A pop-up will appear on your phone. Trust this computer. I think I've done this. Step 5, run the app. Go back to the terminal. Make sure you're in the project folder. And run this one. Let's give it another chance. It will detect your phone. When it's done, the app will open. Okay, the first build will take a few minutes. That's normal. I got it. Something is happening on the left side here, and my app is still on. So nothing very specific, as long as it doesn't really show any errors. So let me just actually do this one. As long as it doesn't really show any errors on my phone, neither on the terminal, I'm all good. So okay. At any point you see error message, paste it here, and I will tell you exactly what to do. Thank you. Honestly, it was completely, I didn't know anything, how to do any of this stuff. In fact, the first time I actually installed Xcode, that's why it was a little bit different. The file runner, okay, has been modified by another application. The file is located in this. You want to keep the Xcode version or use the version on a disk. So we have some errors. Okay, so let's just copy it, to be honest. No idea any of these errors. Let's just copy them and paste it there. Why not? Sit there and see what is it gonna say. We are not seeing any message there. Doesn't have iOS 26 SDK. Here's how to fix it. Download in Xcode. Open Xcode in the top menu, Xcode settings, click platform tab. This is another error which I code version or version on. Didn't change anything on the disk, so I'd rather keep the Xcode version. Okay. So from here, anyway, we have one warning which I have here. Update the recommended setting. Let's ignore that one for now. Okay, so I should do some stuff. Let me, in fact, okay. I need to go to the settings again one more time. Platform tab. component. Okay, we have component. And you will see list of platforms. Find iOS 26.x, click download button. iOS 20. Okay, I think that's what I need. Get it. Hopefully this is not again another 12 gigabytes because that's a little bit annoying. So it is downloading 8 gigabytes. We should be good. These can take 10 to 30 minutes depending on your internet speed. Once finished, go back to the terminal and run Flutter run. That is it. The download is only thing blocking you right now. Well, hopefully. The other thing is the internet is super slow here. I'm wondering. But anyway, I'll just stop the video and come back in a few seconds. Nearly there. Let's see. Basically, because the phone is 4.1 and it was to download the same platform, be able to test it. Guessing that why taking by default didn't. So I think the download is finished. And once it's installed, I have to run the command. Flutter run. Okay, we have installed. Whatever. And let's see. I don't. Build. Be able to see something if there will be no code sign once to access. Why not? Give it access. How this into or if it is safe or not, but I've already given an access one, but I can access this one. Basically the code sign to access key will develop keychain. They give the path. Okay. Yes, allow it and import. This is normal. Xcode needs to do that. Let's trust. Always it. I think I remember just the first time. Probably that's going to be the case. And find out. I think in the meanwhile, I want to update probably readme.md with a build to build iOS build recompile UX. This Pretty good. Let's copy this one and here. What's happening? It should now try to find to build one. Like really with it. Verify my mistake. Okay. CD iOS. That is just taking basically the whole. So CD iOS, and then I'm gonna run pod install. Pod install. If this I'm gonna run pod install from iOS directory, the following. Well, I'm not sure if the warnings are important. Even though I quit, but can you do all of those changes for me? Yeah. So done now, run pod install. Let's do it. And I think something. So 2 files, 3 files. Quite a few things actually. Pod install. When I do pod install, I get this. It seems they're warning. Do I have to change anything, or we can just let's ask and find what can we do. Warning is safe to ignore. Move on and run. Main, we can say see what is some. Finally, here. I have this one finished. I'm gonna take a screenshot and just give it to the. I get this error about it. Or you click use version on a disk. Version on it. Um, it again. Probably didn't change the version. Oh, if I change the version to I have no idea what is happening. It's a little bit, to be honest, it's a little bit like, I have no clue. And even if it works, a little bit annoying. You may be prompted to give access. This application could not be launched because developer app is not trusted. Verify the developer app. VPN. So there is like something is happening. Not sure if not, but basically I need to go to the app. I am also going to share my screen. Trusted developer, your device management settings is and so where is basically it's asking go to the open settings on the device and get to general, then VPN, mini general, go general, VPN and device management. Select your developer apps. Be trusted. Done it. Probably something. I think in a setting, so some not running it. Okay. Okay, so let's find out. Two. Installing. I need to run Flutter. So I'm in the my app. Hopefully this time we are going to the code build. Is happening. I think it open the app, but maybe it is a little bit more. Folio to find. Yes. Oh, okay. So, real deal. The app is here. Choose your currency. I'm gonna choose British pound, and default the currency will be month. So far, so good. We're in debug mode on the corner, right corner. We can see it. We have settings. We have calendar. Can I add something, or I haven't done it yet? So let's just this one. Name will be Spotify. Would be 10, for example. Uh, every month. End date. There's nothing. Already paid. Well, let's. So I've already paid this one. Go to 16. Put another one. It's Netflix. Netflix. Let's tab. It doesn't jump to next. Probably that's an expected behavior in a mobile. Cat entertainment and month and already been paid. I go to summary. It doesn't show anything yet. Calendar, good. If I go to next month, pick them up. But also we know we only done few of those issues. If I go to settings, yet beginning of screen, but I think we are, to be honest, quite good so far. Is it bugged? Okay, go back. Okay, it's fine. I think now good play. Continue with the also some code has been go to list of issues here. Now I need to look into issue 7. Was blocked when. Okay, so move to accept edit on edit mode, and then I'll issue number. So I have changed some stuff. Some stuff has changed already in the main branch. You don't have to be worried. Don't stash them. That was some file has already been changed. We need them. Also, at the same time, it will look at issue number 7. Also, you can include the current changes in that issue. So technically, you should pick all the changes from the current one. Git status, the diff. So for the git status and git diff, probably I'm happy if you want to run it all the time. Here we only use 5%. You're good. And I think probably I need to just find to visualize this text much better rather than using. We can use slash users here, but I don't want to do that either. So probably there should be a better way. I can find it somehow. Okay, so want to check out, then yes, do that, and git Yes. Well, where are we? And you can. I'm not sure if I stop this one. Flutter run the hot reloading or something. We will find out. I'm also very curious to also get number 8 done. 8 can be done as well, but 9 is blocked by number 7. Just look at number. So we're gonna do number 7 done, and then we can just look into number 8. What are you doing? Reading some. Speaking of this, so I can already think of 3 places. It's either here, the desktop app, or slash usage here in the terminal, or I will log into the Claude website, then check it there. But none of them are visualizing it nice way with related to, for example, the model or something. I know Claude desktop app does some sort of things like that, but not completely. But I'm gonna definitely look into that and find out what is the best way to visualize the current session plus the usage and everything all together. In fact, maybe we can do. I don't want a status line. What is DuckDuck is saying? The best way to visualize it? CC contact. That's interesting. Hey, there is another one. Oh, someone please tell this DuckDuck AI stop. How to visualize monitor. Okay, I'm gonna read that one. Well, what does it say? Do you have any screenshot maybe? Any screenshot? It's a bit difficult. And tools for visualizing Claude sessions. We stuck here or out? What's the best way? The context is a command line interface CLI tool to real time. Here is key view. Okay. So this is like an npm package. DC, what was it? DC context. Text. Okay. Any screenshot ever exist? Nobody like a screenshot. Usage. There's nothing. Well, randomly running these commands. Whatever we see online, randomly running it. That is crazy. I need to just test this one as well, maybe later. What else does it say? Customize the status bar. I have already got that. Okay, you know what? It's all right. Go back there. We are already doing this. Trying to fix some stuff. Git push. Okay, if you want to do the git push here. Good for you. 15 files. Very big. Some of those changes that relate debugging the app. It works. So this is the good thing is it okay. Let's say we are happy with that. Here's the pull request. The issue number 8. I've already merged the PR, so I want you to basically look in 9, 8. Yeah, number 8. Number 7 was done. Yes. So number 8. Make sure to go to the main branch, pull, then start looking for 8. Meanwhile, can I check the code on? Does it like, this Flutter run, does it do the hot reloading or something like this? Yeah. Let's see. Loading. Yes, when run is on you can not reload. Very fast. Second. Sync. How do we do that? I think we should be good. Now if I check my app, be able to see some difference. In fact, I forgot what was number 8. Number 8 was done. Number 7. Number 8 is about user can cancel sharing expenditures, or this is the cancellation. Number 7 was about mark paid, unpaid, skip, edit, currents. What about number 9? This is summary tab. So we should stuff. Or is it is doing good one? I'm also curious about the session. Good. And I think since I just disabled and then later on deleted those plugins, we are in a much better shape. Still, I think. Okay, 16th and 30th. Let's add some. It says, what is this one? Let's put this one YouTube. Category description. With, let's say, month August. So it is checking with dots. Probably later on we need to update the UI a little bit, but that's not my main. So it works to begin with. Going back, it's trying to check creating a branch. Create a branch. I think after a while I'm really getting to this that git run because I've already have a hook that it stop all of those dangerous commands like force push or force merge, something like that. So we should be good, but I think from next time I'm gonna let it go because it will be a bit quicker, to be honest. Okay. Flamoxing. What are you doing for the last whatever time? Found some errors? Fix it then. It's trying to, you know what? Git add. Okay, yeah, you can do the git add. We're creating PR, and I think again, I just need to say, hey, I'm happy with the PR. Okay, let's go there. Once the PR is ready, I think I am ready with that. 2 files changed, not much. I think this is the beauty of breaking those tasks into smaller chunks. You can see like all the PRs are very specifically target a specific functionality, and they're not that big, so they're small and easy to review the code. And I think in real life, as I mentioned, we can have like another agent or sub agent to look into, you know, code review, one for security, one for the, you know, simplicity of the code, all of these things. So they should be they all could be automated in real scenario. This is also real scenario. As you can see, I've not prepared anything. We're just going through all of this debugging and everything together, but those things could be also done. So anyway, I'm gonna merge this one because I think I'm quite happy with this. I'm gonna just merge it and ask to look into the next one, which was issue number 9. So issue number 9, I've already merged the PR. Now I want you to look into issue number 9. Make sure you go to the main branch, pool, and then do everything. And I think I want you to update the claude.md in this repository so that every time you're going to work on the any issue, it should make sure, you know, you are getting the latest changes from the main branch, so you're not working on a stale code or something like that. Even if I don't ask this one from AI or Claude, I think if it notices some changes later on, it can fix it, because I have come across of like sometimes a little bit annoying rebasing or conflicts, but Claude was very good at looking into that, so that shouldn't be really a big issue. Okay, so actually we are at 39% of the current context, so we are still good, and here we should be even less. Let me refresh. It was refreshed 1 minute ago. We are 32%. Okay, we are good. To be honest, I think those a few questions at the beginning maybe just took a bit of it, but we are in a very good shape. Big deal. And number 9, we're working on a summary tab. So I see we're going to summary tab. What is number 10? Category manage. Same time, work on number 10 as well, but it would be easier to just do them in sequence. Otherwise, because it's not blocked by anything, it's done. But I mean, blocked by number 3, which is done. Should be good. Don't ask for the gate because discussed. We are all good. We are all good. So cool. Again, we're gonna do reload or hard restart. Do hard reload. Yes, we are getting some good summary for the April, but go to the next month summary. But there is a Netflix, Spotify, and YouTube Premium coming. Total should be 35. Okay, good to know. Problem is, I want, for example, 26th or whatever it was in a previous month. Still, we have a bug. I want to be able to see. Quickly check actually. Reload. Okay. Need to restart. To get the job done. Yes. Pull request. And again, default. Not a lot of things. Updated this one. Always sync main first. So basically, change 2 files. Here we're going. Can you look at issue number 10? So I think it's good that it shows the summary of the current month, but maybe in terms of functionality, we can add extra stuff here. And UI needs a bit of bit of touch. So we can leave it like that. Status good. Summary is good. Settings, we haven't done anything. If you go to number 10, it's done. Well, here. We're working on number 10. Okay, so this is about category management. If I go to issues, not many left. So we have category issues, settings tab, notifications, CSV, export. I think none of them are blocked. Setting, notification, CSV right now. Big deal. But let's look. I think in the next one, I'm gonna just ask to just have a look at number 11, 12, 13 in one go. So just save some time, and then yeah, and then we can just ask for some more updates here and there. What does it do? Oh, okay, it's actually got the number 10 and it's goes. Why not? Let's do that. 45. I think in terms of context, based on what I see, it's not going to really do. We're not going to have any trouble, because if it was 60 plus, I would be more careful to continue on running those 3 issues. But if it finished like within 2 or 3, and I think we're good. Okay, so I'm also going to now on one more time, and let's see. Okay, we don't need this one. I think I don't. So I think we should be quite safe to fix everything go wrong. What is happening? Not much. I think this PR probably not very big, but it's going to be probably more than 2, 3 files. Yeah, I should check. PR 5. Almost done. Thinking with high. Good for you. Oh, okay. This one a few times. E couldn't be. Fix all of. Even if not, I asked at the end, go and look every single warning and fix it. But that is just extra stuff. We're going to create a PR. So 6 5 This one was category management. problem. Ready to merge. Okay, so I think 54% maybe safer to just start over. To clear. We don't have to be worried about any of this stuff. We can start I think issue number 11, 12, 13. I want you to look into issue number 11, 12, and 13. Get them done. Once you've done, create a pull request, put all of them in one pull request, make sure the description is relevant for all of these three issues. But before doing anything, you are in a different branch, make sure you go to the main branch and do the work on the new branch. Okay, so it can look into these three, just waiting for this one to go to the main branch first. Then we can reload and have a look at the category page. I'm using anything still in this branch, which is for the issue number 10. Okay, so the problem that I can see is if I would have asked Claude to update Claude.d after any issues or after any code change, make sure the Claude.md is relevant, probably we wouldn't see this one that often. But we didn't. I think the lesson learned, and I should do it. Or maybe I should ask to update Claude MD in the main report, in the, what is it called, user, not the repository, in the user level, root level, and make sure, you know, after each changes for the Claude MD in the repository, the current repository is updated and is relevant. Okay, let me check, searching for a pattern, whatever you want to do. I think I'm going to do it separately. So wherever we are, we'll just start another Claude code. We go to plan mode. I'm going to just exactly dictate the same thing. So I want you to update Claude MD in the root level so that anytime there is a new code changes or any issues or something get done, it should make sure Claude MD in that repository or in the current directory, whatever it is updated, and also README in the repository is also updated. So this is always needs to be done either with a sub agent, either with whatever it is, or maybe, you know what, actually, now that I think about it, maybe it should be a sub. I asked the question, does it need to be sub? Do you think this is a good example to have a sub agent, or just updating Claude.md would be enough? Curious to know what is it you're saying. Interesting. Okay, you can think. And running in parallel hopefully is not smashing everything. Probably not. Excuse me. Okay. Eleven, 12, 13. The way you just create this branch. Okay, I'm using writing plan skills, you know, Explorer, this one. and doing some stuff. Okay, you know what? You can read in Cloud settings. There is no. This is the branch name. 11, 12, 13. I think this is just embarrassing me because it's just doing three things at the same time. So the AI just fully made the point. I got it. Okay, now I have what I needed. Let me answer the core question and write the plan. Sub-agent versus Claude MD instructions. No sub-agent needed. Hook-driven sub-agent with fire after every response is too noisy. Claude MD instruction tied to the issue workflow. Wait, I was reading it. Okay, so basically we don't need to have agent, sub-agent, so updating Claude MD would be enough. Here is the Claude's plan. For agentic workers, require sub-skills, goals, ensure. Architecture. Why not a sub-agent or hook? Sub-hook. Okay. Update global Claude MD files is here. Add general doc update rule after the git section. Okay, I got it. And modify. Okay. Before create pull request, like this one. Update docs. Renumber existing step 2. Okay, git. Got it. Is okay. Verification. So it changed the root level and then it changed this one, which is okay. In the Flutter issues, Cloud should actually update both files before creating pull request. I am happy to do it. I think, where are we? Okay, we're doing some work here. During this session. Yeah, okay, go for it. Documentation. After completing any significant work in a project, update projects Claude MD with the new patterns, convention, architecture decisions, update README to reflect new features, change, here, remove. Okay, I'm absolutely happy with that. I think this is, to be honest, this is quite good. So it, and then this is Claude.md somewhere else. Good. Okay, interesting. There is already in progress work in this branch. That's a good one. So it knew there is something happening in this tab. So thank you. What is it trying? Read some stuff. Go for it. Yeah. Okay. So I think if we come here and then do its status, we should have get some updates to files and also no sub-agent or hook needed. I'm okay with that. I think if I just go here and then do cat code and then code.d, git section hasn't changed, documentation has changed. That's what we want. Okay, I think this is quite good. Update readme, update claude.md, and very good. These are just a few lines of code which is updated, like this one. Let's exit here. We don't need this one. We already updated it. Let's exit from as well. And here, what is it trying to do? Yes, you should be able to read. If you want to read, here is yes, okay. Now I can fix the 3 errors. Let me update the files. Okay, go ahead. Settings tab. Let's see. Okay, I have errors. So we cannot even reload. I was trying to reload here and just check the app, but reload is not working. So let's just give it a few minutes until it get everything fixed. You refresh here. And we should have only these 3. Okay. It's already merged. This is already okay. We can go to the pull request. Check it later. Okay. I think we did a very good job to not continue on a previous context because it was already around 50 or 60%. Here we're already on a 40%. So I guess it was the right decision. So, good. I think done now is just adding everything to the branch. Before committing anything, I want to basically, oh, we have some. Is this? Oh, okay. It was trying to create the PR before pushing the branch. Makes sense. Everything is done. I want you to look at the Claude MD and README files and make sure they have all the relevant updates and information. Make sure in a README there is enough instructions and whatever is required to install. Everything is basically there. What we are building, all of them are there. Also in Claude MD, make sure it is up to date and is relevant to the current state of the project. Okay, so it's going to update these two as well. But meanwhile, we can check the pull request. It's going to close 11, 12, 13, 20 files. That's why we should not mix these things. And that's a good example of not, not mixing all of this stuff together because it's going to make everything super difficult to read. Okay, we are. Claude.md also has changed. Probably it wasn't necessary, but it wasn't necessary to add it here because we already have it in the main claude.md in a root level, but I'm okay. I don't care. README files probably is fine. In order to view all of them, probably it's going to be just and take so much time. It's better to just test it, manually test it, and find out what is working, what is not. And if this is done, readme updated feature, and make sure everything is added to the branch. Push everything, commit and push everything. Okay. Once this is done, I'm going to merge it. Check the code. Code. I should restart. If, why not? You work if we're creating a feature. Very interesting. So when you're creating a pull request, title should be style. Well, I have all of them in a main Claude.c, but there probably it's there. So if we should be good. We are going to. I think it should close everything here down as well. Our PRD should be also closed because this is done. Go here. All of them are complete. So and we can just here and git status nothing here. Git main. Have all of them. I'm gonna do this one. Then let's do hard restart. Okay, restarted. Like to station. And Folio would like to send you notifications. I will allow it. Go back. Oh, okay, it works now. Go back. I think it's very annoying. When I click here, it doesn't go there. Summary. Well, obviously there is nothing in here. Is good. Week start on Sunday or Monday. GBP. This is good. Categories. Export. Fine. Okay, so I think there are some bugs that we want to fix very quickly. And the first one is to, when press calendar, I want to show the current month, or you should remember the previous, whatever it was. I don't know. Oh, we can ask. And then in a summary, it's all good. I think summary, the problem is, I want to see the monthly summary. This is one thing. If I want to see the whole year summary, this is another one. But let's ignore let's not think about the annual salary. Look at the monthly salary summary. Think about money all the time. And settings should be fine for now. Thank you for recap. So let's go to the plan mode. At the moment, I see an issue, which is basically on a calendar, I cannot go back and forth for the month. So the moment I go 1 month back or previous month or next month, then I cannot do anything else. It doesn't go any further. It doesn't go any back or doesn't go backward or forward anymore. So I want you to look into that and make sure this one works. Also, we had some list somewhere. Page control attached to the oh, okay, we have some errors as well. Exceptions code by gesture. This is a good one. I'm gonna copy this one and give this one as well. Also, there is an exceptions that happens because of gesture posted here, and they could be two separate issues. But let's just make sure you understand the problems. Then let's create issues, separate issues, problems. Where is this? I'm gonna just copy. Ask me any questions to clarify if you need. Then here I'm gonna be in plan mode because sure we're on the same page. I haven't tested really the app. This is just basically I'm using keyboard, but I think if I really just play with the phone, that would be different. Also, we haven't tested it on Android, which we can look into in a few minutes. But let's just wait for now. We haven't tested any of other these functions. Oh yes, that's right. It's very text savvy, I would say. I don't see crazy visual, very fancy. Okay. Now I have everything. I think the me clearly you're not. Issue count. Both symptoms, patient getting stuck. They're the exact same root cause and fix. You want to track them on GitHub. Oh, let's go with one. While month is loading after sweeping, what should the UI previous in progress? Go the last. That is okay. Once we have basically issues, then we can clear the context and look into that. But I think so far we are getting to much better shape. This PRD is finished technically. We can close it because it look at it as one issue, and also we always have access to them in the issue tab as a closed one. So let's just close this one for now. And if you go here, obviously everything will be in a closed one as this, for the reference or for future. You just want to read it and understand what is happening or what's happened. Read of the plan is ready to execute. Would you like? Well, I would like if first you create an issue. Oh, create GitHub issues. Okay, I'm happy, yes. I think it's going to create some issues, which is good enough. Probably I should have asked only create issue, nothing else. And then, you know, the rest would be simple things that we do. Also, it seems the fix is very small and simple. Keep the page view always mounted. Good dots for. Let's see. Okay, I think you guys couldn't see it because it was on top. The issues is basically it's created another issue, issue number 24. Sorry, yeah, issue number 24, and the fix seems simple, at least from distance. But let's see. Create a pull request. The fix is in one sentence. Page view was being thrown down every time you changed month. Oh, I see. You know what? Let's do a reload. Actually, hot restart. Check. Excuse me again. Now I can go to the May, June. It shows it shows previous months, which is Spotify, or if I click here, it's Netflix. Good. I come back. Like it. Click the summary. Go back. Go to next. Summary. Honestly, this is amazing. From the user experience point of view, I think I would like to see some sort of, you know, the bottom of this calendar, I would like to see some sort of visual rather than clicking on a summary. This is probably the details summary, and on the calendar probably I would like to see a little bit more. I can just capture it and look into it later, but not a big deal for now. Okay, so created a pull request, if I'm not mistaken, and bug is fixed. And let's just merge it. Are we good? Yes. I am gonna just look into the usage. We're 92%. I think we managed to finish it quite nicely. And if I look at the context, so we're in a place that I need to just clear the context, but there is not much really left to do. We also finished that one. There is no pull request left. The app is also running as expected for now. But there was a lot of lesson, I think, at least for me. So let's talk about them. Yeah. Hide myself. Okay. I think there was just a few lessons at least. So breaking down the task into a smaller piece, it was a very good idea. But not that plugin. For example, the memory plugin was just a killer. I'm glad we just got rid of it. We managed to find it. The other thing is running the app in with Flutter, probably we could go with React Native and we wouldn't have most of these issues of installing Xcode and installing, I don't know, something on a phone. It was just quite complicated. With React Native would be much easier, and I don't really see any specific implementation here. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not, very familiar with all of these things. But in general, I think it was a fun ride. Need to check it on Android and need to see, how it works. Probably in another like video episode, I can just come back to it and fix all of these things. But for now, I think we are just having a kind of running, working app with some technologies that I had almost zero clue. Flutter, never even saw one line of code there, never just worked with the Xcode and anything related to that. And you could probably see the frustration when I was trying to enable the developer on an iPhone and all of these things. But now we don't have any of those things. Everything is working as expected, and it's very good. And I think it was interesting to just, see all of them. And that's, as I just said in the past, this is really what happened in reality. In most of the YouTube videos, or majority of times, there are a lot of edits and a lot of things that, that here I try to showcase what is really happening in a real life. A lot of times things are not working, or things are not going to work in the first run. You need to really find it, even with AI. As you could see, for example, I was asking step by step to tell me what to do. I think that would be fair in many cases for a lot of people, that they have no idea how to get something done. And I think this is amazing because it's closing all of those gaps in most of the work streams. You don't know it, it's fine. Ask AI, can do it for you, or AI can just guide you to do it. I think it was amazing to just see, when I was a bit confused how to do those stuff, it was telling me exactly what I need to do to achieve those steps. So it was a good stuff. Anyway, good run. As you could see, we didn't even check the code at all, because again, if it was like a different type of project, we should have just done a proper code review. But the idea was to build something without knowing what we're gonna see at the end. I didn't even have a design in my head. I kind of knew the product, and that's pretty much it. I think it's not the final product. Probably you just want to look into smaller screen, bigger screen, Android, iPhone, different version of iOS, different version of Android, and make sure it works everywhere. But I think to begin with, that was very good and interesting. We definitely need to add tests, I guess, but so far so good. I'm quite happy. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.